Yun lang yan.
Ano ang mangyayari? Sawa ka na eh. Okay, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, dumating na po ang pinakabatang alkalde na halal ng lungsod ng Maynila. Dahil pa nagpapaselfie, saan kaya tayo doon?
Sana nandun din tayo.
Saan? Sa kay Mayor o doon sa Shivas?
Kay Mayor, dala yung Shivas.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin the 27th Mayor of the City of Manila,
Francisco ISKO Moreno.
Sigurne.
Wrestling. Are you taking a photo? No, talking. On Facebook yan.
Okay, yan na po yung inihintay natin.
Live.
Our guest of honor, Mayor Francisco ISKO Moreno. Let him take a seat first and relax a bit.
Good evening, Yorme.
One of them.
Na-overhear ko lang po, galing kayong Binondo. Ako rin, galing akong Binondo.
Kita nyo, ikaw Jill, mahihirapan ka. Kasi kami lang dalawa ni Yorme ang naka-long sleeves barong eh.
Oo.
Diba? So ngayon, tanongin kita, sino mas gwapo? Ako o si Mayor ISKO?
Sabi ko sa'yo, apples and oranges yan eh. Pero dahil ikaw yung nandito sa stage, tingin na nga, ikaw na lang. For now.
Ako kahit nandito ako sa stage, sasabihin ko sa'yo, mas gwapo sa akin si Mayor ISKO.
Pag nandito sa stage si ISKO, syempre siya.
Namang sa akin ang mga 100 paliko, 300 toothbrush,
Buti alam mo rin, no?
2 shampoo. Okay, so while we're waiting for our beloved Mayor to settle down, we'd like to ask members.
Can I talk to you?
Wow! Ako, lalabas tayo sa ano. Live Mayor, follower ako.
Cases of the...
Okay, so we'd like to invite our members please to settle down after the beloved Mayor has caught his breath for a while, have something to eat. It's time to begin our score.
Ng Maynila.
Game na? Mayor, game na tayo? Pahinga muna kayo kasi magpapakilala po sa inyo si Yusek. Pero ako, I want to share a story for the Mayor. I don't know if naalala mo ito ni Mayor ISKO. It's a long time ago, wala pa siya sa showbiz noon.
Wow, what's this story?
Okay, he was not yet in television as an actor. Hindi pa pumapasok sa isip niya yung pumasok sa larangan ng serbisyo publiko.
Okay.
Okay, he's from Tondo. Isa po sa mga sikat na bar dito sa Ermita, Manila. Nung okay pa yung lugar na yun, wala pa mga BGC, wala pa mga pagkiritan. Was Remembrances.
Okay.
Naalala nyo nga, di ba? Naalala nyo. Okay. So, that bar, it's a small, nice piano bar. Okay. One of the people who performed there, Yusek, is a blind pianist.
Wow, okay.
Na he performed already for so many politicians, dignitaries, who often go to that place to unwind. So may malate lang po yun. Ang hindi nyo alam, that time, when the beloved Mayor was not yet even in showbiz, hindi pa siya nag-aartista, he used to walk that blind pianist
Wow.
from Tondo all the way to Remembrances, all the way to that bar. Tapos, yung ibibigay sa kanya ng pianista, yung hinandang dinner
Wow.
para sa pianista. The blind pianist would give, kumbaga, as a
Thank you. Yes.
as a gesture of thank you to Mayor ISKO, yung pagkain niya. Si Mayor naman, ang ginawa niya, sinasabi niya doon sa bulag na pianista, okay lang, happy na lang tayo.
Ang bait naman ni Mayor.
Okay, so...
Paano mo alam itong story na to? Ikaw ba yung pianista
Madalas ako
yun?
Parang sinabi mo ang ganda mo.
Buti ramdam mo.
Tambay din tayo doon eh, pero sa labas lang. Parang club drink
Ikaw
lang
pala
kami.
yung nakikichismis.
Neto, but that bar is one of the few treasures that Manila had, just like Hobbit House.
Nice.
You know, it's one of the few places na talagang pinupuntahan during the glory days of Manila. That time when we used to celebrate the Manila, we used to celebrate Miss Universe and yung ibang mga international film festivals dito po sa Manila. And I believe, under the leadership of Mayor ISKO Moreno, we can bring back the glory days of the capital.
I'm looking forward to that day. Actually, I'm seeing it unfold this very moment, actually. No? Past days, months, we're seeing so much beautiful things happening in Manila. Kaya nga, makikita natin ang score ng Manila tonight.
Yes, pero we are not, I am not, hindi ako pwede magpakilala kay Mayor.
Oh, bakit?
Wala pa tayo sa ganung caliber. Dapat yung kasing caliber ni Mayor yung magpapakilala sa kanya.
Of course, sige. Pero pwede mo siya pakilala.
Ma'am, pwede na po. Are you okay already to introduce the Mayor and come up or? Okay, I'll introduce you first, ma'am. Because,
Bigatin itong speaker natin. Kailangan pa rin siyang formal, brief introduction.
Our first speaker and also yung magpapakilala kay Mayor ISKO is the youngest of 7 children, or for me personally, one of the greatest fiscalizers the Senate ever had. Walang iba kundi si Senator Blas Obre po yun. She was a 2010 senatorial candidate. At that time, kasabay po niya si Mayor ISKO when they ran. She was the Chief of Staff for Secretary Obre in the Department of Foreign Affairs. She is an author. She is a radio host for DZXL and other stations for Bantay OFW. She is a USEC. She was the USEC during the term of President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo for the Department of Labor and Employment. And she is the current president of the Blas F. Obre Foundation and a champion. Champion po, my brothers and sisters, champion for the rights of the OFWs and the Filipinos who are working abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin. It's our honor to introduce Undersecretary
Ms. Susan Ople.
Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat.
Hello.
Busy yata kumain. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Buwan ng Agosto, buwan ng Wika. Buwan din yan at ang wikang Pilipino, yun ang wika ng ating mga bagong bayani. So pagpasensyahan nyo na kung magsasalita ako sa sarili nating wika. Okay lang ba yun sa inyo? Ay, kung may mga katabi kayo na foreigners, mag-Google Translate na lang kayo for them. Okay. Unang-una, maraming salamat. Thank you sa JCI, Manila, LA, maraming salamat. Kay Brian, kay Obi, kay Dino, lahat ng mga nakakatrabaho ngayon ng Blas F. Ople Policy Center. I just want to tell all of you that JCI Manila recently hired 2 victims of human trafficking and are now training so many others. So in this room are people actively changing the lives of our human trafficking victims for the better. And in this room is also a person that is now the national face of local government. Alam nyo, nagkasama kami ni ISKO, tumakbo kami noong 2016 sa ticket ni Senator ISKO. Natatandaan ko pa yung bawat hibla ng kanyang talumpati. Mula sa Nutriban, hanggang sa hanggang sa pagiging basurero niya at pagsusumikap niya para makapag-aral. Yung tatay po ni ISKO, dating kargador sa pier sa North Harbor. Ang tatay ko, naging kargador din sa pier. Si ISKO tumigil sa pag-aaral dahil sa sobrang kahirapan. Pero dahil sa kanyang mentor na si Vice Mayor Lacuna, na very close din sa amin, si Danny Lacuna, nagtuloy siya sa pag-aaral. Tatay ko, naging journalist, naging deskman, tumigil din sa pag-aaral dahil sa sobrang kahirapan. So, napakapalad ninyo dahil in the roughness of their personal history, we see now the growing of a diamond. So, tatlong po yung mga mensahe na paulit-ulit na sinasabi ng ating Yormi. Sabi niya, ang pinanganak na mahirap ay hindi kasalanan. Pero kung mananatili kang mahirap, nasa iyo na ang pagkukulang. Sabi rin niya, huwag kang aasa na may mangyayaring kakaiba sa iyo bukas kung ang ginawa mo ngayon katulad din ng kahapon. At ang pangatlo na lagi niya sinasabi, higit sa lahat, humingi ng tawad at magpasalamat sa Diyos. Friends, I recently wrote a column about Mayor ISKO. It was entitled, Dear ISKO, was published by the Business Mirror. It was read online by at least 112,000 readers and shared 77,000 times. For the Business Mirror, this was record-breaking. It was phenomenal. In that column, I wrote this line, from the time you were born, ISKO, the poetry of a remarkable life runs in your veins. So make it rhyme and offer each verse to the Lord. Clearly, the reason why ISKO did not make it to the Senate was because the Senate was never for him. He had a different platform, and he's now showing to us what an LGU can do to empower its people. You are now a legend in the making, my friend. I'm so very proud of you. So from being the youngest konsehal, youngest vice mayor, youngest mayor, perhaps in a few years, who knows, the youngest President of the Philippines. Pero knowing him, ipapasa Diyos lang na yan. But we're very lucky. At least, you get to hear him first. And at least today, tonight, you get to see a glimpse. Someone who will change not just Manila, but our country for the better in the coming years. So friends, ladies and gentlemen, JCI Manila, please welcome with the stage, Mayor ISKO Moreno.
Maraming salamat. Ang anak ko ng ating minamahal na senador, alam niyo si Senator Ople, just so you know, isa sa mga pinaka-nire-respetong senador. and the most respected foreign affairs secretary. Para lang yun. Pero si Senator Rople, ang unang eskwelahan niya, Cali at Diaryo. Ayun ang kanya. Doon siya nag-aral. Ano sabi? Basa ng basa. Basa ng basa. So, Undersecretary Rople, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat doon sa sulat mo na ISKO. Kaya mo, may awa ang Diyos. But sa inyong lahat dito, JCI Manila President L.A. Sevilla, JCI Metro Area Vice President Mark David, Metro Manila JC Senate President Albert Alday. I hope tama yung pagpo-pronounce ko at pagpapasensyahan niyo na ako. JCI Manila Past President Cecilio Pedro. May common friend kami. Kung nandito lang si Kuya Germs, malamang tatlo kami magkakatabi. Paborito ni Kuya Germs. All JCI Manila Senators and Members, all JCI Philippines members, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. At marami yata sa inyo rito, hindi taga Manila. Welcome to the city of Manila. So, una ay maraming salamat sa inyo. Pasensya na rin, medyo lobat na ako. Hanggang kasi kagabi, we inspected a park. We've been opening up space in the city of Manila. Siguro naman by this time nakabalita na kayo. So from the streets, to parks, to heritage, and kanina, pagpunta ko rito, kaya medyo malimo, amoy araw ako dahil binuksan namin yung isang kalye na nawala. Hindi ko alam kung sinadya. Do we have a foreign guest here? Yeah. I beg your indulgence. You know, my English is good, but I need cash. I hope you don't mind. You said it's off place, right? Today, this month is Wingo ng Pika. But I'll try to use foreign language the way, as much as possible. But going back, you know, in Chiang Kai-shek and Philippine Cultural College in Abansacos, may bago na silang kalye. Yung kalye na yun ay luma, kaya hindi siya bago. Kaya lang nawala. It was occupied by somebody, but we took over it and brought it back to the people. The same park last night in Bacood, Santa Mesa. If you're not familiar to Bacood, Santa Mesa, I would like to remind you, meron yung 3 hours, may 8 hours doon. Mukhang familiar kayo. That triangle part, that intersection, madilim, masuka. But thanks to our city engineering, thanks to our city electrician, thanks to our Department of Public Safety and our employees. I visited them at 1:30 in the morning, they're still working. And it's now finished in 48 hours, like Divisoria. But the night before that, so nung isang gabi, we dedicated another park. If you're familiar with the United Nations in corner of Top Avenue, that Plaza Rueda, dati rin madilim. For me, na-enjoy na. So anyway, on the side lang, kaya baka mapasin nyo, baka malami ako, hindi po talagang medyo patang-pata lang ako ng konti. Because I cannot rest. If you're from Manila, you can relate to this statement. Ang Manila ito youth, libagin, banilin. Alam mo yung banil? Yung libag na ayaw matanggal. That's how Manila now. Chaos. Tyranny. Everyone wanted to have a piece of the enterprise. It's like a pizza pie. Families are trying to share, enrich themselves for personal economic growth at the expense of the people. So that's why we were deprived of development for 2 decades. And I challenge each and every one of you, i-GMG nyo. Alam niyo ba yan? Yung asawa ko, pag may tinatanong ako, sinasabi, i-GMG mo. Ha? I-GMG, Google mo, gago. Two decades of deprivation of possible growth as a city. And this is now your challenge. 18 years ago, there is no such thing as BGC. 18 years ago, there's no such thing as Trinoma, UP Techno Hub, MRT7, Capital Commons, Okada, Soler, Entertainment City. All these things, nothing. 18 years after, look at them. In fact, this is my personal point of view. Pasay and Parañaque still have about 10-15 years reserve of development. Ganun na sila kalayo sa amin. As long as you see open space in the south of Metro, in this case, Pasay and Parañaque, then you see future. Same thing with Taguig. In fact, Taguig will be more richer 2 years from now. You know why? FDI is being developed. As long as you see cranes in FDI, they are now above ground. So in the next 2 years, the city government of Taguig will be happy again. So these are the things that we will deprive. But more than anything else, that's water under the bridge. Those are the things of the past. Let's now move on. As far as July 1 is concerned, you have never heard me blaming others. Ever. It's just that I'm trying to remind yung nawala at nasayang. But we're trying to move on in our own little way. Overrated lang yung kwento ni Toots. Baka mamaya masyado naman kayong tumaas ang ano ninyo sa akin expectations. No, I did nothing yet. What we are doing is a normal job of a mayor. Normal. Some will disagree with me, but personally, I believe mayors are micro managers. That's why they call it national government and local government. National government, macro. Local government, day to day. True, we have to plan 5-10 years from now. But the day to day is the basic function of a mayor. peace, order. Sa Nabotas, maraming fish, wala lang umu-order. So yan, bagay niyan na mga napanood ninyo, nakita ninyo. Basic lang po yan. Kaya huwag kayong masyadong umasa sa akin. Kasi dahil dyan, madalas, totoo sinabi nito, isinusogan na ako pataas. Galit yata kayo sa akin. Wag. Kasi, you know, politics is like a laundry shop. Marami kang makikita ng dumi. And I don't want Manila to suffer because of any political ambition. Kawawa na po Manila. Pag nangyari yun, lahat ng gagawin ko, hindi pa ako nakalalabas ng kwarto. Wala nang visa. That's why I don't entertain that thoughts. True, thank you very much if you think that way. I'm grateful and I'm honored, but no. We want to focus literally. Sabi, masusustain mo ba? Kasi siyempre, alam mo, yung pera, ano yan, mapang-akit. No? We'll see. Today is my first month and 19th day. Tama ba? 20th day as a mayor. We're just starting. So far, hindi pa naman ako natutokso. Because it's still clean. That area that I promised na kapag nabalik yan, huwag na kayong magduda. Ibig sabihin, nalagyan na ako. Ibig sabihin, tumanggap na ako. And that is a commitment, personal commitment. The problem with these groups and underworld, they think of me less. Because I came from a poor family, you know, if you give me a bag of gold, normally, you will rejoice. Wow, dami nito eh. Hindi nila lang, sanay ako nang wala. Kaya hindi ba ipagpapasalamat ko sa Diyos? Ang sarap-sarap ng chicken ninyo, libre pa. O hindi ba dapat nung araw ang kakainin ko maya-maya, lahat ng kinain nyo rito, abangan ko mamaya sa kusina, sa pintuan ng kusina ito, ng building na ito, lalabangan ko dahil pwede ko pang tirahin yung tinira ninyo. So what's there to ask? This is now the chance. Mano pa, kayong mga sinasabing magagaling, nakasapi ng JCI, mga nirerespetong kabataan ng bansang ito, mga sikat sa kani-kaniyang fields of undertaking. Maaaring iba sa inyo mga batang negosyante, sa mga kani-kaniyang industriya. No? Kaya, mga kasama, marami tayong bagay na pinagpapasalamat sa Diyos. Yan, kaya po kayo, sana, someday, come and continue to hope. May panganganak ding susunod sa atin na magiging mabuting leader ng ating syudad o ng ating bansa. Today, totoong mahirap itong nangyayari sa Maynila. Can I sustain? Going back to the question, I cannot promise you tomorrow. Nobody will, or nobody can. In fact, o sinong tasang kamay dito ng buhay bukas? See? Tama. And that's the right attitude. Nobody is guaranteed of tomorrow. But what we can do today is to excel. We can plan for next week, next month, a year, 5 years from now. But today, I'm going to excel from my field of undertaking. And diyan ko kayo hinihikayat. Sapagkat ang Maynila po, ang pangalan ninyo, tingnan ninyo, you are representing Manila. Although some of you are not from Manila. But look at your organization. JCI, hindi Makati. Hindi Quezon City. Manila. And that is the challenge. Why? Kailangan lalo kayong magiging. Bakit? Ang Maynila ay kapitolyo ng bansa. Ang Maynila is the window of opportunity, the window of the country. And there was a saying before, if I may, tama ba yung sinabi ko? Isasabihin ko. Where Manila goes, the country follows. Hindi pa ako pinapanganak nun, yung sinabi yun. Siguro naman, kaya din ng JCI. Where JCI Manila goes, the entire JCI in the country will follow. Kaya ba? Yes! Well, kaya? Kaya! Naman! Of course. Kaya po sa inyo, itong mga nakikita yung kuskus balungos sa syudad, ito'y pagsasaayos lamang ng mga basic. What we're trying to do also is to go back to the A of alphabet. Elementary of governance. Before I'm going to construct 5 years from now vertically or horizontally, I would like to put and lay down the foundation, policies, direction, that in Manila, no more monkey business. To achieve that is another thing. But with the help of each and every citizen, especially organization like JCI Manila, another organization, sensible people, I think walang dahilan na hindi tayo magtatagumpay sa layunin nating itaguyod ang syudad na ito na mukha ng bansa. Kaya bago ko bumabad, mahirap po ako makakahawak ng mikropono. Madaldal po ako talaga. Mas mabuti ko, sige, let me answer things in your mind. Yung mga maaaring katanungan, doubts. But at least, I hope, before I end, I hope na-appreciate ninyo yung ginagawa ng aming mga kawani sa pamahalang lungsod ng Manila. I cannot promise you tomorrow. Yes. I will excel today. Yes. But this is your take from me. And remember this. And I swear to God, I would rather, and if I may borrow this line, I would rather fail by trying than fail by doing nothing. Anything above zero is positive for me. That is my commitment to each and every one of you members of JCI Manila. Magandang gabi. Pagpalain ko lang kayo. Manila, God first.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, we'd like to open the floor for some question and answer.
May mga katanungan na hihanda dito pero maganda po yung tanong pati ni Mayor kaya bigyan natin ng tubig. Konting may inom muna. Daya mo ba't nakaupo ka?
Upo talaga tayo. Upo ka na.
Hindi, halata siya.
Sayang yung upuan.
Ayaw ko dyan. Okay.
Gusto ko dito kasama si Mayor.
Okay. Mayor, need water? Anything? Okay na? Injection na ako. Okay, bago tayo mag-umpisa, isa pong malakas pang palakpakan para sa pinakabatang alkalde ng Maynila. Mayor ISKO Moreno. Okay, ISKO ng Maynila ang tanong at ibang mga katanungan.
First question po.
First question. Pwede ba magpa-selfie? Nila ko lang. First question comes from President Joel Nunez. Mr. Mayor, congratulations. Check. Mr. Mayor, congratulations and more power on your mayoralty. A lot of businesses got into a financial fix because of the high taxes imposed by your predecessor. Is there a plan for your administration to offer amnesty or to rationalize the back taxes of these businesses?
Good question. Ganda naman ang tanong ninyo. Kasi late na yung tanong nyo. Because last week, we just passed a new law and signed it with our commitment to tax plan during the campaign. We approved the City Council through Vice Mayor Hanel Lacuna, the members of the City Council passed the general tax amnesty program. The logic behind the logic behind is simply because of the question. Marami sa syudad ang nangangahirapan na magbayad ng kanilang obligasyon. Dala ng humina ang negosyo o medyo nagipit o nahihirapan talaga at all. Dahil ang buwis po ng Maynila hanggang langit, malapit na sa Mars. Opo, it is unfair for any of you to pay taxes and you don't see any improvement. I know for a fact, at least 99% of the people here today will not go to hospital ng Maynila when they are sick. You will not go to our health center when you needed that kind of service of that facilities. So what do you need? Simple order, peace, harmony. Yun lang hiningi nyo. Kaya yung taxes, pagka nagbabayad kayong mabigat, hirap na hirap. Kaya sabi ko, to show goodwill of this new administration, let's address that problem. Una namin ginawa, pass that law, so that all penalties and surcharges and interest will be waived up to December 31 of this year. This is the longest amnesty in the city of Manila. So it includes, that's why it's called general amnesty, even business tax. Yung mga hindi nakapagsara, dahil ang mahal magsara, yung mga dumalawang libro, pwede nyo nang linisin ang libro nyo because wala nang picture na ipipix sa Manila kasi may general amnesty na. And this is the time for everyone, by 2020, we start from zero. Clean slate. Wala nang dapat kayong ikaba sapagkat yung pagkakamali, pagkukulang ng ilan, dyan naman nagiging enterprising ang mga kawani ng pamahalaan. The one who picks your book is the one who's going to ayan, magchuchuchu sa'yo. May problema yung kumpanya na yan. Sila rin. Kaya para mawala yon, wala nang reason to hide. So I'm giving you that opportunity. Second, sa awa ng Diyos, napakabilis po ni Vice Mayor Rani Lacuna. Base rin sa aming tax plan, no? Naaprobahan na ang bagong real property tax. Ang commitment ko when I'm campaigning is 40%. At sabi ko, first year, 20%, second year, 10%, third year, 10%. That's total of 40. So, by next week, after I arrive from travel, pipirmahan ko na po ang bagong real property tax, lowering it by 20%. Now, third, kung meron man kayong sobrang pera dyan, mamili na kayo ng lupa sa eskolta. I want you, and I challenge each and every one of you, including your fathers and mothers, or your corporation, buy a property there, build minimum of 20 story, and I'll give you 15 years of holiday. I want you to change the skyline of famous Escolta. Pag tinignan nyo ngayon, ipagtanong nyo sa mga lolo ninyo, ang Escolta ng araw, premiado kali. But everything there is stagnant. It's hibernating. Rhyming. Tingnan natin kung totoo ba kami. At the minimum of 20 story, you will get tax holiday. Isa lang ang arbor ko sa inyo. Ay siguro hindi naman mabigat. When you start constructing and finish constructing, please, pakisuyo ko lang. Wala mong hilingin. You can get that holiday. Ang tawag ko dyan, delayed gratification principle. Bakit? Sige, bago ko kunin yung hingin ko sa inyo. Anong logic behind it? Because people might think, you're just specializing in Escolta. No, I want to really change the skyline of Escolta because ang pinakamahal na property sa buong mundo ay ang mga property na sa tabi ng tubig. You go around the world, most expensive properties adjacent to the water. But the logic behind your delayed gratification is, let's just say, for purposes of mathematics, and most of you are businessmen, there is 1,000 square meter. City of Manila is getting 1 peso a year for real property tax. Then I'm going to deprive the City of Manila 15 years of 15 peso. Tama? At inflation rate, may 15 peso minus 60% at 4% based on BSP declaration. So my 15 peso, 15 years thereafter, will value at less 60%. Now, what is delayed gratification? O di nagparaya ako ng 15 pesos, nalugi ang Maynila. Tama no? Lugi. Kaya lang, on the 16th year, dahil tinayo mo, minimum of 20 story, itinayo mo pa 30. Let's just say 20. On the 16th year, magkano kikitain ng Maynila? Kung pareho pa rin ng tax code 15 years ago. 20 pesos. And that's what you call in business windfall. Without raising taxes, the new mayor, by that time, need not to raise new taxes because there is new source of taxes. Kumita pa ang Maynila. Nag-delay nga lamang. But it generates what? Jobs and opportunity. Right? That's why ito naman ang hingin ko sa inyo. 70% ng empleyado ninyo dapat tagalungsod ng Maynila. Wala nang iba. Yun lang ang hingin ko sa inyo. So if you can do that, mag-shopping spree na kayo. Simula Santa Cruz Church, all the way to, tama ba yung pagbigkas ko? Saburi? Savory. Sabi ng tatay ko. Tawag kasi ng tatay ko doon, Saburi. All the way, entire stretch. You go there, pursue development, change the skyline, you get east. Tapos, taas ng buwis, ang hirap naman mag-permit sa Maynila. Tama na? Hirap? No, no, no. There's more. You know, the President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, made an announcement during the SONA implementing ease of doing business. The President asked everybody, especially particularly business permit, dapat 3 days lang, nabigay na. O in Manila, try us. Try us. Try us in Manila. Please, new business New business. 11 steps at 8 window became 3 steps in 1 window. 5 to 10 days of filing and receiving business permit takes you only 1 day in the city of Manila. Try it. Katuwaan lang. Because ba't ko patatagalin? Magbabayad ka na nga ng buwis eh. Patatagalin ko pa. Mag-create ka na nga ng trabaho eh. Patatagalin ko pa. I'll go after you when you cheat the government. That's different. But if you're just a simple businessman, kung wanted to put up a business, dapat, sokma ka muna. Saka na rin isa. Ngayon, because of that, because it affects taxes, because of that, thank you very much to SM Group of Companies. Within that day that we declared that our challenge to ourselves is to get the permit in 1 day, awa ng Diyos, we got 1,000 square meter of space given by SM Manila for our BPLO. So anong punto? It's going to be very challenging in the renewal of business permit in the city of Manila. Why? I only have 100 square meter of space and 54,000 business establishment will renew by December up to February. And that is only 90 days. At 54,000, you divide it at 8 hours a day, at 5 days a week, with 100 square meter, chances are the time in motion, good luck. And we're grateful, although it serves two purposes, their purpose because of the foot traffic that we're going to generate, but our purpose because of the public service, that taxpayer should feel the ease of doing business. So hopefully, some of you, I'll see you parking in SM in an air-conditioned room with 1,000 square meter just to renew your business license or permit. So these are with regard to the question. Dinagdagan ko lang yung sa business permit because I want to take that opportunity. Baka kasi bukas, may nag-iisip sa inyo na mag-file ng business permit at magtayo ng negosyo. At least this is an opportunity for you to hear it. And it's a challenge, ha? It's a challenge. So far, maraming salamat sa nakaka-appreciate. Kasi yung mga nakaka-appreciate, you know what they did? Meron nakakuha sa amin 45 minutes. Pinost niya. Appreciate. Gusto ko mabigyan ng medal yun. Kasi na-appreciate niya yung effort. So when you appreciate things, When you
Post na
appreciate,
lang.
ang lago, para kayong ano,
Bagay.
para kayong baterya. Energizer ang brand. You keep us going. Going. Because when you appreciate, you do better. When you suggest, I'll listen. When you run, I'll block you. Simple. I don't like negative people. I want suggestion. I discuss things in a table. Honestly, but I will not waste my time on something that wala namang magandang may dudulot. Positive. Move on para mag-shota lang. Hiwalay na. O next.
Next.
Okay.
Thank you so much, May. So
Okay,
maybe,
next daw.
with regards to that, we have another
Teka lang,
question.
bago mo itanong yan, medyo mahaba sungkot si Mayor, kinakount ako eh.
Sige, go.
Di daw nakakita meron ko sa likod eh. Sakto eh, namamagay yung arthritis. Ano ka mo? May katanong mo na ko, Jim.
Alright, so we're talking about bringing businesses in Manila, and I love it. And ako, taga Manila din ako. I live in Binondo right now. Buong pamilya ang nandun sa Manila, nasa Binondo. So we're heavily also supporting you, Mayor. And we love the policies, the changes, ganyan. So meron taga dito, JCI member, actually also sent their question dahil meron silang trucking company in Manila. Trucking company. And the question is, actually, gusto niyang magtanong, bakit daw kailangan magkaroon ng permit to travel para makapasok sa loob and operate sa Manila? Tapos, singil daw ay 2.5 per truck plus monthly magbabayad to renew the permit to travel. So, maybe you can enlighten us on that as well.
I cannot blame you complaining about these things because there is what you call bad habits from the past. No? And we're really trying to cure this type of habits and curing yung mga bagay na nakasanayan na babaguhin mo, medyo challenging. But don't get me wrong, give me the name, the way the netizen is doing right now. For me to be efficient, I'll protect your identity and will catch them if they ask money from you. So that is the portion of yung para kay Eddie at para kay Patty. Kilala niyo si Eddie, no? Eddie siya. Dahil si Patty. Pati yung mga kasama niya. Because I'm really going after them. For so many times, you've been seeing Facebook Live.
Yes.
Almost every Monday. Kami yata may pinakamaraming wanted na nakukuha.
Di ka ba natatakot, Mayor?
That's what you call occupational hazards. Talagang kasama niya. Now, okay, that is the money portion. Now, to the policy portion, kailangan ba ng permit? Abay, syempre naman. For example, let's just say, I don't know kasi kung ano yung laman ng truck. Let's just say, chemical. You pass by on pin. And you're bringing chemical. Your load. Something happened. So which is which? To allow you during regular hours or to allow you during the evening and give you pass so that nagkataon lamang na doon mo i-deliver yung produkto mo. So these are policies that will create anong tawag yan? Confusion and subject to discretion by some of our enforcement unit. But we'll continue with the policy that you have to seek certain level of permits with regard to accessing roads. Because there are roads designed hindi para sa truck. Kasi para, at least for your additional info, may mga kalye na tama lang. May mga kalye dinesign naman para sa heavy load. So, hindi yan para ipagdamot. It's just that, okay, let me ask you, may idea ba kayo ng delivery ng truck sa BGC? Wala kang idea. O sige, ganito na lang. Tomorrow, if you're going to be in BGC, or even in Makati, Ayala alone, pansinin nyo lang, magmuni-muni lang kayo. Just stand up in the corner. Diba they're constructing building, non-stop? Have you seen any trucks during daytime?
Parang wala.
Well, ba't hindi nyo kami payagan? Magdi-deliver lang kami ng bakal. Magdi-deliver lang kami semento naghahanap buhay lang kami. Pero why? Bakit wala? Tapos, di ba, gumigimik ka sa gabi, nagtutugs ka, diba? After mo uminom, nyumangga ka sa labas, lumabas ka. Ano ba mga barmen doon?
Ano ba yung mga...
Tugs-tugsan kayo eh.
Sama ko eh. Akala ni Javi yan.
Okay. When you go out the bar, look at the streets of BGC. Dirt trucks. Bakal. Cemento. So, why do we follow them and why cannot follow rules in Manila? Di ba, the sauce for the gander is the sauce for the goose. So, kaya lang, meron kaming pagkukulang. Alam niyo ang pagkukulang namin? Naging abusado kami bilang gobyerno ng siyudad ng Maynila. Maraming naging matakaw sa amin. Kaya nagkakaroon ng animosities. This portion of the problem is we're trying to address. That's why the best way to do it, please help me. Kastiguhin ko lahat yan. At ako, on the spot, you can see it eh. You check my on the spot, pag nahuli ko, fired. Wala nang chichat-chichat. Walang hausaw-hausaw. Diretso ka agad. You're fired. That's it. Pansit. No more take two. Because this is not film. This is not entertainment. This is corporate.
Effective nga yan, Mayor. Yung Facebook live din yun, panghuli.
Di ba yung mga huli?
Oo. Tsaka natatakot na ngayon yung mga tao kasi alam nila wala nang ligtas.
I'm just trying to include you, at the very least, to be transparent enough for you to know, at the very least, what's going on in the city of Manila. This is not about propagation. There are two sides of the coin when we do this. You have to understand. Because I want you to be involved in governance. You will see our faults, you will see our yung pagkukulang, and you will see action. Ito, kahapon, nakita namin. Ito, action namin. Because you deserve it. You deserve to know. So, kaya doon sa nagtanong, abot mo lang sa akin yung pangalan. Maya-maya, bota mo lang sa akin. Ako nang bahala.
Pero ko yun kayo.
Because
Alam niyo na.
you're talking of 1,000 enforcer and about more or less 3,000 to 4,000 policemen that I'm going to deal day in, day out.
Pero, Jill, balikan natin, nakalimutan natin yung tema ng ating gabi, ISKO ng Maynila. So doon po, Mayor, sa sinabi mong sistema of doing business in Manila, currently, ano yung score ng ating syudad? How would you grade it from 1 to 10?
Ang hirap naman nun, nagbubuhat ako ng bangko. Kayo na lang. No. If you're happy, post it in Facebook, thank you, mababasa ko rin yun. Kaya nahiya ko I'm not in the habit of, basta, ganito, nagbubuti naman na sila. Ayan. Our doctors are smiling nowadays. Because I asked them to smile. Ganun na kasimple. Alam niyo bakit? May sinabi si Mother Teresa. yung when you smile, you offer love, you show love and compassion. E mano pa sa mahirap, na may sakit. Because our medicines and facilities will never be enough. With 1.8 nighttime population and 3 million daytime population. But when you show this type of generally accepted facial expression, worldwide accepted, when you smile, you show love. Basta may sinabi si Mother Teresa dyan.
Yes, the simple act of smiling, yes, brings a happiness to the person who receives it already. As simple as that.
The quote is not,
Kayo na lang mag-grade sa amin.
the act of
Pero
smiling.
not now. Too early to tell.
Yes, I think
Why?
there's so many more plans
We're just starting.
Yes.
Baka mamaya, papalagbungan lang kami. Baka mamaya, nimas ugol lang kami. Siguro, latter part, you grade us. And we'll be happy to receive your grades. Kung kami ba'y passing grades, or good grades, or summa cum laude. Kasi ang resulta lagi nasa dulo eh. And it's too early to tell. But these policies that I've mentioned, new laws, new ordinances, are now in place and it's being done. And hopefully, it will give us a better place. I mean, the city of Manila will be somewhere else. Kasi, oy nga pala ha, mga taga Maynila, 17 LGU ang Manila, ang Metro Manila. We are now number 1. Number 1 sa ilalim. Out of 17, we are number 17. Oh, we are number 1. Ano tawag yan? Descending, ascending. From the bottom up. Ayan. We're number 1 there. It's not my data. Sad to say, it's DILG data. Yan ang minana kong gobyerno. But ano pa rin yan? Water under the bridge yan. Let's move on. Pero gusto ko lang inform kayo para alam nyo yung kinakaharap natin para pareho.
Okay, and Mayor, in line with the tow truck, actually, balik na rin natin. Imbis na tatanungin namin ano yung grado, kasi tama nga, self-serving, pwede naman natin tanungin ano yung grado na minana mo. Okay, how do you grade what you receive? Because the next topic has something to do with traffic.
Politics yun eh, if I'm going to put grades on them. But there is what you call, in Latin principle or in law, res ipsa liquitur. The thing speaks for itself. They were kicked out of the office. The entire family was kicked out of office. And I think that the thing speaks for itself. There is a total rejection. So if I'm going to grade them, that's adding insult to the injury. And I would rather have them peace in their lives. I would like to apply live and let live principle. You go live back to your place, someone then we'll try to govern in Manila. And huwag na tayo masyadong nagpapagpag ng mga alpombra. I-vacuum na lang natin yung alpombra. Diba? So, nakakaya naman. No? I have high respect with the old guy. I've served him. It's just that they don't want to stop. We need them to stop. And the people stop them. And that is a good grade already. More than passing grade. Kaya, nahihiya naman ako.
So glorious in defeat but more humble in victory si Mayor ISKO. Kaya, diretso na lang tayo sa katanungan.
Yes.
Ganito, may kinalaman sa traffic to, Mayor. Many residents and homeowners in Manila have multiple cars but no parking, causing the congestion of side streets and ultimately traffic. What can you do to address this dilemma?
Oo, kasi actually, Mayor, yung mga streets na dadaanan sana ng mga sasakyan, ginagawa ng parking dun sa bawat gilid, kaya lumiliit tuloy yung daanan. So, paano ba ito masusolusyonan?
Manila will be traffic tomorrow. And Manila will be traffic next week. Manila will be traffic next month. Next year. Manila, ang Manila lang tayo pinag-usapan natin. Why am I saying those? Because in problem solving, you have to accept the problem first. It's going to be traffic. There will be 4,000 trucks will fly the city of Manila, minimum on the west side alone of the city. West side alone. 4,000 trucks in and out of our ports. And there are two major roads. The entire Arten and Ross Boulevard and Pinance. So that area will be challenging day in, day out. Now, will I stop commerce? No. Will I watch them? No. That's why there's what you call one lane. If there's 4 lanes of Ross Boulevard, I'll dedicate 1 lane for the trucks, and the 3 remaining is for everybody to enjoy it. So what are your plans, ISKO? Well, JICA, USA, I think ADB, including ADB, came up with a study that the country is losing about 2.4 billion. That was in 2016, 15 or 16, that study. A day because of traffic. And sabi ron, 6 months thereafter after that study, I think it's the same year, sinabi ron by 2030, the country will lose 30 billion pesos. A day because of traffic. Now, what can we do? Can we be parochial in our mindset or in our mind? No. So what's the best thing that we can do? Is to manage traffic. And how to manage it? Our goal is if John Doe, every day of his life, from point A to point B, is doing 2 hours, if I can do it at 1.5, will you be happy?
Of course.
If I can do it in 1 hour, you'll be happy?
Of course.
There's still traffic.
Okay lang.
But,
at least nag-lesson.
and that's what you call management. We will never, ever, kami ayaw mo nang pangunahan. Buti na alam na natin yung inarap na, real talk lang tayo, real talk. Kasi, baka mamaya kasi, you expect too much, no? Real talk, we can never resolve traffic now with rules and regulations. The best way to do to resolve traffic is infrastructure. Infrastructure and vertical development takes time. And I'm happy nakinig sa amin si SM or SMC San Miguel. Buksan nyo na yung available na skyway via Manila to Columbia to east the boundary from Makati to Quirino, which mga 2 linggo nyo na natitikman. Nakakatikim na kayo, ha? So imagine mo na sa ilalim ka. Now, so we will try to manage it, and the only way to solve it is to duplicate roads. How to duplicate roads in a 500-year-old, almost 500-year-old city? Vertical, horizontally, you cannot. That is what you call going to Pluto. Because you have to buy all the properties adjacent to the street, which is, ayun nga lang train Tutuban, Malolos, Clark. Hindi matapos-tapos yung ROW na 265 O magka 20 years na, naka 180 pa lang silang ROW. And still pending before the court. That's why you cannot build that train. So going back to Manila, how can you widen streets? Horizontally. That is going to Pluto. Ganon kahirap siya. Now, how? Vertically. In this case, Skyway, maraming salamat. And if you're in tracking business, I would like to inform you, you'll be happier going to the north. Because the takeoff is within the boundary of Navotas and Manila. from the port, which is about 200 meters away in the first gate, and about almost a kilometer away on the second gate, and about 2 kilometers, 2 kilometers to ICTSI, and about 3 kilometers to ATI if you're coming from the north. No? And hopefully, if given a chance, which I saw it already, there will be another takeoff from R10, from the north, R10, all the way to ICTSI direct without traversing the intersection of Zaragoza and Telpan. So these are the things that will solve traffic or ease traffic in that portion of the city. Now, let's go now in the middle part of the city. Mid part of the city has 2 belts or university belts. The northeast portion of the city and the southwest portion of the city. There will be about let me check that. About 100,000 students will go to UST. About a few thousand to FEU, CEU, Sambeda, and so on and so forth. In the southwest, you have now PNU, PWU, LaSalle, Pinil, and so on and so forth. So these people will come in and out of the city. And this will add up to the lesser space because science will dictate. Space occupied by mass, lesser space. Science 101. So, and we cannot widen our streets. So, Top Avenue, for that matter, always think twice. Ross Boulevard on the second lane, don't go there. It's a truck lane. But there is service road. But except for the Shakey's area or Max. Kasi nag-collapse. Pero ano lang yun? Madali lang yun. Now, same thing with Espanya. Because of this. Because of our geography or institutional location. Other than that, medyo ano na? Medyo magang na. Third, what can we do with the vehicles parked in the respective areas? Well, live and let live principle, except for the mabuhay lane. Non-negotiable. Yung iba, we tolerate it. Why? Siyempre, alam mo, ang tao, gusto magkaroon ng kanyang sarili. Dahil gusto niya magkaroon ng kagaangan sa buhay, pero at the same time, at the expense of others. I think discipline should be implemented. Like sharing price you have to pay. Kaya nangyayari dyan, ang ginagawa namin, lately mapapansin ninyo, inaakit namin sila sa bangketa. Lately, may mga streets kayo mapapansin. Nakaangat sa bangketa. Now, huwag na kayo mag-alala. There was an abuse happened about a few months ago and those years. Towing in Manila. Remember July 1 and I said, wala nang towing sa Manila. Bawal ang towing. The problem with that policy, laging may kabig. Ito naman na yung abuso. Ay, di ba parada na lang kahit saan. Tama? Hoy, sinabi ko lang bawal ang towing. Pero may clamping. Why? Why did we go to that portion of penalizing mga matitigas na ulo? Alam mo bakit? Ang hirap ng pakiramdam. Alam mo yung pakiramdam? Na yung kotse mo, iniipon-ipon mo, binabayaran mo buwan-buwan, paglabas ng bahay mo, wala na, kala mo nakahanap. Alam mo yung sitwasyon, have you been to that situation? Yung kapag mo, kala mo nakahanap ng kotse mo, yung pala na-tow.
Oo.
I think that's too much to bear for any person who's striving, trying to make a living. No? Kaya para maalis, at may abuso kasi, tow dito, tow doon, nadurog, nabasag, sisiyan dito, sisiyan doon. So that's why, that's now. So, to cut the long story short, okay, pagkalala, we will try to manage it.
The traffic, yes.
We will manage it.
But actually, Mayor, alam mo, naramdaman ko nga from Recto, Ilaya, ganyan, Divisoria, talagang lumuwag. And dahil doon, parang kabit-kabit na nag-ease din yung road, yung mga jeepney, di na doon
We made,
nagpo-park.
Inopen.
We made about 8 lanes, no, 12 lanes available to you. 2 kilometers of 12 lanes.
Correct.
And that's what you call Asuncion Recto and Abad Santos Recto.
Sana hanggang
And we
December.
made another 3 kilometers of open space. That's Juan Luna, Binondo, to Plaza San Lorenzo Ruiz. Teka, ISKO. Bakit yung mga binabanggit mo parang kalye? Ba't yung sinabi mo made available? Hindi. It was occupied. May kalye pala doon.
Tama.
Ano, it's available.
Malaking bagay. Malaking
So,
bagay talaga.
nadadaanan. Except, this is now governance. Ito na yung sinasabi natin na pagtawid natin sa alambre. Oh. Bilang pagmamahal naman sa mga maliliit nating kababayan. Oh. Backbone, non-negotiable. Fishbone, sige, habang wala pa kaming may bibigay na kapalit, sana mari kayo makapagkanap po ito. Pero, base sa pulisiya ng gobyerno, hindi sa pulisiya ng organizer.
Yun.
Doon sa mga nagtatayo ng mga hawkers doon.
Yes.
Sinasabi
Kaya
nila,
mayad na dapat ng vendor, etnep sa umaga, etnep sa hapon, aquarins lang yan. Yan lang dapat ang binabayaran nila sa pamahalaan dahil may resibo yan. Kaya, may awa ng Diyos. Blooming Tree, awa ng Diyos, bukas pa rin. Carriedo, bukas pa rin. Raon, bukas pa rin. Quezon Boulevard, undisturbed. Plaza Miranda, the plaza itself is open to public. Yung paligid, Villalobos, Hidalgo, maghanap buhay kayo dyan.
Yes.
Sa ilalim.
Ilaya Recto, Tamora, Santo Cristo, Carmen Planas, Elcano. Okay, maghanap buhay kayo dyan. Pero doon Recto. Oh. Pedro Hill, sino may tagapako ba rito? Ayan, we should know better than anybody else. Pedro Hill, from Top Avenue, the 7-Eleven portion,
Dati
wala na.
napakot ito.
Tama. Then, umusog kami ng konti. Pumunta kami sa tapat ng Paco Market. Meron pa ba? Wala na. Kumaliwa ako ng konti. Pass. Meron pa ba? Wala na. See? Dahan-dahan.
Mayor, habang nandun tayo sa topic na yan, yung gumaganyan, di ba? Palapit na kasi tayo ng December, and napansin ko, pag per months, may mga, aakyat sa jeepney, paminsan, di ba?
Are you talking about the vendors or the beggars?
Siyempre yung the beggars, di ba? Yung naglilinis ng kotse habang traffic, umaakyat sa mga jeepney na humihingi. Pag hindi bibigyan, magagalit pa sila. Yung mga iba, bata pa. So, may plano ba kayo sa mga ganyan, Mayor? Lalo na palapit na yung Christmas. Magsusulputan na naman yung mga yan.
You reviewed the news tonight about katatapos lang na news. I think lumabas sa news. We apprehended 200 children. Last month, in 1 month, we apprehended, not apprehended, sorry, I stand corrected. Hinalap namin, for safekeeping, 365 kids on the streets. Today, almost 200. The problem is, May tumakbong isa, kaya lalabas sa news eh. May tumakbong isa kasi dinakma. Nakatakbo, muntik masagasaan. Nakakaawa. What can we do? Will we continue to allow them to sprawl and put them in danger? Or kalapin namin, ilagay namin sa boys town, paliguan namin, pakainin namin, and hopefully kunin ng magulang. Kaya kami, meron kami pinag-aaralan ngayon. How am I going to penalize the parents of these children? True, there is what you call the new law that protects the interest of the kids or minors. Ngayon, gano'n na lang. Di magulang, ikaw ngayon nagpe-penalize namin. Kasi alam niyo ba bakit? Total JCI Manila, may kayo tumulong.
Yes.
Tama ba?
Yes!
May kayo tumulong?
Anong may tutulong
Para
ng
malaman
JCI
ninyo,
Manila?
para malaman ninyo totoo yung sinasabi namin, tulungan ninyo yung boys town namin. Yung girls town namin. And rocks. Tingnan ninyo kung gaano karaming bata doon. And still, don't get me wrong, ha? Hindi pa rin tapos. May nakikita pa rin kayo sa Top Avenue, sa Arpapa, doon sa Chinese Cemetery, dito sa kanto ng Blooming Creek. Pero pa rin, may pailan-ilan. Kanina, hinahuli sa tapat ng planetarium. Meron pa isa, Lagos nila. Nagtatakbuhan eh. Tapos ito nagsusolve. Kaya, continuous effort naman. So, now, going back to Vegas, well, siguro hindi naman masama linisin yung sapatos mo. Natuwa ka. Hindi ka naman pinili. O hindi naman nagalit. Hindi ka naman siguro masusugatan. Magbota ng piso. Hindi naman yata kabigatan sa iyo. Just for the spirit of Christmas. Pero, iba yung kwento mo na kapag nagagalit pa, malamang, ano yun?
Minsan kasi,
I know. Kala nyo ba, prutas lang ang pinipitas? Pati tenga ng babae, pinipitas ang mga nila.
Pero Mayor, if you plan to penalize the parents of itong mga batang lansangan, idami mo na yung mga magulang na inuutosan yung mga anak bumay ng sigarilyo tsaka alak sa mga science store. Dahil dyan nag-uumpisa yung mga kabataan nag-uumpisa sa bisyo. At doon naman sa traffic.
Going back, we will try to manage. We will try. I won't promise you that much, but we'll try to manage. We'll try to open up more roads, more open space, green space. We'll bring back, katulad na pinanggit ko sa inyo kanina, nagbukas kami ng kali. Ganon ang gagawin natin. Magkaroon ng, kumbaga sa artery, marami pang mga pwedeng daanan to make it available doon.
Yes.
General
Thank you, Mayor. We really appreciate
Asa,
that.
thank you.
Doon naman sa mukhang parada, Mayor, sa gilid ng bahay, sana mapanawis dahil sila. Sa internal joke, yung side mirror nila baka mawala, kaya doon lang sila. We have more questions for the Mayor, pero nag-message po yung chairman ng event na may itatanong ang isang former director, past director po ng JCI Manila that has something to do with the membership or in regards to the membership. So we'd like to call on past director Jerry Hung to ask this question to our beloved Mayor. Jerry, kung wala ka pa, Jerry, ay ito lang. Kasi nag-text yung isang member natin yun, hindi nagkakaproblema sa traffic, Mayor, kasi Bombay. Si Mohit, so nakamotor lang yun. Pero kung na yung tanong mo, Mohit na. Ito muna yung kay Jerry, in-message mo sa akin, ito ka lang, boss.
Hello. Mayor, good evening. Question now. So do you agree with the no garage, no car policy? I mean, kasi diba yun yung isa sa pinaka-cause ng traffic sa Manila.
that did not answer the problem. It will never. Kasi one way or another, economies will be affected. Jobs. I don't know. I may be wrong. I'm not a specialist in this type of national policy, but it doesn't make sense. You know, it may sound good sa tenga, but ito na ang tanong ko. Kaya mo lang nasasabi, Senador, ang laki ng bahay mo you can afford it. Paano naman ako? Gusto ko lang magkamit ng kagaangan sa buhay at karapatan ko naman lumago at nag-ipon. Makamit ko naman yung aking mga pangarap. You know, that's why I always wonder why Thomas Jefferson in the US Constitution put a simple phrase or simple word in the US Constitution. You know what? What's that? Hindi ko talaga maintindihan bakit ilagay yun But it was there. Pursuit of happiness is guaranteed to them. And who I am to deprive, for example, let's just say, magbibigay naman ako ng sample, ito naman kasi marami ito sa demographics. Empleyado ako, ang sweldo ko 18,000, call center ako, pagpalagay mo na magaling ako mag-English, pero hindi naman. Let's just say, I'm earning 18,000 pesos, I'm single, living in my parents. My dream is to have a car. But I have an old house in an apartment. I don't know, it may be wrong in terms of mindset and direction in savings. But this is my dream, this is my happiness. Gusto ko naman huwag ako pumila ng 2 oras sa LRT. Gusto ko naman magkaroon ng sariling aking, na aking pinagpagal, aking pinaghirapan. Matikman ko naman. Will I deprive that person of that opportunity? Baka mag-isip ako ng 2 beses. So, instead, na yon ang gamitin. Meron akong isa, mas harsh. I would rather follow Lee Kuan Yew did. Mas mahal bumili ng plaka kaysa bumili ng kotse. Kaya, pero bago nila ginawa yun, bago sila humantong na halos lahat ng Singaporean ayaw nang bumili ng kotse, the Singapore government created mass transit. So, kaya sinasabi ko, maaaring tama naman yung logic. At I respect each and everyone's point of view. Tama yan! Huwag kang bibili ng kotse pag wala kang garahe. It seems okay. Pero teka, saan pa talaga ang problema? If the government, for that matter, offered another means of transportation, interconnected, nag-uusap itong mga pagawaing bayan na to o transportasyon, ay saka tayo mag-isip ng mga bagay na wag na yan, ito ang alternative. But for the meantime, there's no alternative. How can I pass by, if I'm going, if my house, if my house is in Tondo, I'm going to Emerald because I work in Emerald Restaurant. Is there a PUV bus line or train from Tondo to there? Nothing. Nada. I have to go to Recto, baba ako ng Abilida, sakay ako papuntang Lodon, at bababa ako sa Calao. At sasakay pa ako papuntang Mabini.
Ilang pila.
So my point with the question is it right for that law to be passed? My answer is not yet. I think we should address it confront it frontally. I mean, literal. Create mass transit. After creating mass transit, available walk space, like what we're doing right now, opening banquetas, roads, and pedestrian. Then, after all these things being given to the people, then we regulate and make it hard for every John, Doe, and Mary to own a car. Because hindi ka na kailangan bumili ng kotse. Sumakay ka na lang ng MRT, LRT, tramvia, monorail, or subway.
Wow.
Yun yung
That
point
will be
ko.
the dream.
Kaya kung ako lang, halimbawa nandun ako, hindi ako boboto. Kasi hindi pa yun yung solusyon. Meron pang dapat ibang solusyon.
Tama naman sabi ni Mayor, no? You cannot solve traffic, just manage traffic
Yes,
first.
manage the traffic.
Then you do your...
Thank you. Thank you.
Diba? Sabi ni Mayor, real talk. Diba? Real talk tayo dito. Ginawa niya akong boy ang punta. Ay, nandiyan Mayor.
Kasi, anyway, you're trying to...
Last na lang, Mayor, in the topic of the traffic, since na-bring up na yung opening of the roads, yan, and pag-clear, sobrang na-appreciate ko yun, living in Manila area. Do you have plans already in place since knowing Manila, there's a lot of parts there na flooded areas?
Okay, flooding. Good question.
Sa amin, sa Espanya, Bloomington. Ano yung beachfront property Mayor?
Hindi. Okay yan. Mga concern nyo yan eh. But sometimes, we have to at least share information to you so that you will know what to expect. Manila is living below sea level. That's one information. I think it's about 3 inches below sea level. 2, Manila is surrounded by creeks,
Yes.
rivers, and the bayside. Manila is kapatagan. Ha? Anong connection nun sa baha? Quezon City, Montalban, and Rizal are uphill. So, pagka umulan, lahat yan sasapuhin pababa sa kapatagan. Kapag ang puno sa east side of Metro is kalbo, yung ragasa, no? So that you will understand what's happening to Lagos Nilad. Para magka-idea kayo what's happening in Lagos Nilad. Yung ragasa, yung bilis ng daluyong ng tubig all the way to Manila, and our pump cannot carry enough water to be pumped out of Lagos Nilad. That's one. Kahit na kasi laki pa nito, yung aming tawag dyan, drainage system, if our drainage system is not interconnected o magkakagalit, parang smart, tsaka globe lang yan. May kanya-kanyang linya. Eh, paano ko nasabi yung ISKO? ISKO, paano mo nasabi? Oh, kasi ito yung hilingin ko sa USA. Paano mo nasabi? At tingnan nyo kung logical, ha? We've been developing our drainage system. DPW is developing our drainage system. We created a pump just across the streets of this building. Did you know that there's a pump via Calao all the way to this building? Yan lang, tatapat ninyo. Pumping station, pero sa Tagulan, baha ulit sa kanto ng Calao at Tac Avenue. Ay, nung nakaraan, baha eh. Alam niyo yung napansin ko? Oo, logical ha. Bakit baha ang kalye kung ang Maynila is surrounded by creeks, rivers, pero yung river namin, yung creek namin, half full. And rivers are national catch basin and creeks. Pero yung kalye namin, baha. Yung river, kalahating laman. But I don't know, I'm not an engineer. But logic will dictate among right minds, there must be something wrong. That's why, flooding, so that you know, kung meron mang taga Maynila dito, when I was asked by the US government, ano ang pwede namin itulong sa iyo? Sabi ko, pwede ba once and for all makisuyo sa inyo? Pwede ba bigyan ninyo ko ng masusing pag-aaral, gastusan ninyo ng masusing pag-aaral ang sewerage system and drainage system ng Manila. It will take 1 year, 2 years, you spend your money. Thank you very much. And from that study, at sinabi doon, to solve it will take about 15 years, 20 years. At least, on my first year, I know where to spend 700 billion pesos with regard to infrastructure projects sa roads namin. It's about 700 billion pesos. At least alam ko, oh, ito na direksyon. Ito unahin mo. Sumunod ito, unahin mo. Sumunod ito. Before you know it, tapos din yung 15 years. Because what's happening now, halimbawa, just for the sake of conversation, baha dito. Hukay niyo. Bago na naman ang kalye. Siyempre, titibagin mo, lalagyan mo ng bagong pipe. Tapos, semento na naman. But, you didn't connect them to, you just make it bigger. Kaya nga sabi ko sa iyo, kahit gaano kalaki yan,
Hindi kinakaya.
hindi kakayanin. I like what Malaysia did. I've never been there, but they have also monsoon problem. There's a tunnel in Malaysia, I think it's Kuala Lumpur. Bumagyo. Sarado yung tunnel. All the city water, rainwater, will go down to the tunnel. After the rain, they pump it out, then tunnel is for vehicle again. See? Pero yun, hindi yun nangyari overnight.
Planning talaga.
Inaral nila yun.
Yes.
Nirepipe nila yung kanilang mga drainage system. Took a while, but at least they resolved it. Walang baha sa Kuala Lumpur. Pero dati, baha sa Kuala Lumpur. Same thing with Thailand. You Google it, about 20 years ago, Thailand is chaotic in the streets. I've never been there. But look at Thailand. Katakot-takot na skyway. Ang vertical development din sila. Nakikita naman sa picture eh. Sabi ko nga sa iyo, ang Biblia ko si Google. Ang library ko si Google eh. Yeah. So, ibig sabihin, ewan ko I may be wrong. The best way to solve the problem, one, you accept it, then you sit down. You sit down, read data, magmuni-muni, help, and convince others to go to one direction. But with the basis. Kasi pwede namang widow lang, o invasion lang. But it has to be basis. I always believe in data. Without it, it's shotgun. It will not go anywhere. So it has to be surgical.
Yes, I agree.
One day at a time, but
at least meron end goal in mind.
Okay, alam mo, Jill, marami pang pupasok na katanungan.
Phone in question.
Katanungan dito, I'll just read it, no? Kasi
Yes, go ahead.
si Mayor is also busy. Maraming lakad. I-run down ko lang. Baka pwede natin ipaabot din kay Mayor at masagot niya another time. Yung isa is from JCI Senator E.C. Gilan, marginal. My question to the Mayor. Marginal Tondo vendors are being cleared and their carts removed. How does the city government help them relocation, where is the relocation site? Isn't that deliberate aggression against the poorest of the poor? And to do feeding in the poor barangays of Tondo, how can we tie up with the city government? Ayun, maganda yung suggestions sa dulo, no?
Okay.
Tapos, so yung sagutin, Mayor, o rundown muna ako ng iba pang tanong.
Ate, ipakain kayo doon sa, doon sa Boys Town. They needed more attention than any place in this city.
So, send, JC, send, Gilan, baka pwede tayo mag-project sa Boys Town.
May tanong yata siya. Please, go ahead.
Sino yung may katanong? Mohit, your question. Ito yung Bombay Mayor na gusto magtanong. Si Mohit Dargani.
Apoyo.
What is the short-term solution of the city to solve the water crisis? And how is our Poso Negro being treated? Maybe I can help. Congrats, Mayor. I love you. I love you, boss.
Well, as far as the city is concerned, we don't have a crisis with water. But kung healthy water, that's another story. Kasi water is not within the control of the city government. I have to be fair. But so far, pamisa-misa, pag may nire-repipe or redirection ng tubo, may naapekto ang ibang area. But it's a normal thing. No? Clean water, I think it may be an issue, especially in the west side of the city. And those living within our creeks, medyo may challenge yun. What else? Ano ba yun?
Isang tanong sa...
Sige, Boyet, please.
Mohit, tumayo ka na dyan. Mohit.
Mohit?
Parang ahit. Anghit. Mohit.
Alam mo ba yung anghit? Itong body mo.
Kapabumbay ko yan, Mayor. Kaya nila ko
Para walang tanong.
Anyway, Mayor, I wanted to ask, because from what I know, the FWSS is supposed to be in charge of making sure the Poso Negro is being treated by Manila Water and Manila Water. I want to know are they doing their job, and what can a private sector do to help you overcome these challenges by MWSS, Manila Water, and Manila Water?
I think there's a still pending case about that claim, no? Because they're asking fees for a sewerage system in our bills, di ba? But they have a facility here in Tondo. I think they have two. And they have pumping station. The one that yung road na in-open ko ngayon, that's water reservoir. At the corner of Awad Santos and Recto. The back of that school, that algae area. Yun yung binuksan kong kali ngayon. And there's another one in Riles ng Tren sa may Espanya. Malapit sa kanila. Doon sa area na yun. The Espanya pumping station and water reservoir. We have some. What? Is it enough? No, I cannot answer that. I cannot answer that because I have no technical know-how of this situation. Is it their obligation? Yes, because we pay for that. We pay for it. Now, water treatment facilities being sent to Rose Boulevard. Thank you very much, DNR. Yes. In the next few months, which is hopefully by December, matatapos na yung programa ng DPWH and DNR with regard to water treatment facilities being built now here behind us, and there's a water treatment there. Bago ilalabas yung tubig sa Manila Bay. I saw the pipe already. So, yung creek, perpendicular to Rose Boulevard, sasapuin, itrim, bago itatapon. But that's government.
So, as a follow-up question, are you open to a private sector coming in as a finance, build, operate, transfer proposal to
Why
your...
not? Why not?
Thank you.
Hoy, padala mo yung proposal mo sa Bulwagan, Gawin. Ang dami ng tanong dito sa akin.
Madalit salita, pautangin niya daw ako.
May thumbs up. Excelente.
Hindi mo yung 5-6 natin mo.
Ano lang yun? In English lang.
I'll just run this down kasi pumapasok lahat. Depots of large oil companies have been removed from Manila. What is the local government plan for the spoiled oil depots?
Oh.
Are you open for federalism? And if such, are you preparing for federalism? Are you planning on moving to a higher position next election? At marami pang ibang pumapasok. At pwede nyo ipadala yung mga katanungan nyo sa APJ natin.
Oil depot is done. It's settled. There's nothing here except for the port area, which is very far from the community. We were the one who resolved it. It took a while, it took us 7 years, took us some challenges, and losing some political capital when we did that. And now it's gone. It's settled. It's open there, and in fact, it's NPA of Shell, Petron, and Caltex. But I think Petron is going to do something about the portion of what they own to build something in the 12-hectare property of Petron. Ano isa?
Yung sa pinapatay ng JCI, Makati, Ordua, Princess Ordua, if you're open daw or kung mangyayari yung federalism, is the city of Manila open to federalism?
Okay. Alam mo, kahit anong uri pa ng gobyerno yan, kung pare-pareho pa rin kami naalala, wala rin mga magbabago dyan. If we keep electing the same people, forms of government is just forms. There is what you call communism, federalism, parliamentary, monarchy. What else?
Unitary.
Socialism. These are just names. But these are all government. These are just system. It may be different. But if we keep on electing the same person, putting the same people, what's there to change? What do you expect? If I may borrow the line of Einstein, don't expect different results will come to you tomorrow if what you did today is the same as yesterday. You will have the same result. So my point, yeah, maganda. Okay ako, sige, federalismo tayo. Anong form? Are we going to appoint? Are we going to elect? Are we going to be represented equally in the respective jurisdiction? What are we going to answer? Cultural or customary? Or what are we after? Economic? Because it might sound like federalism, but it only addresses customary problems, cultural problems, or maybe economic. Now, let's just, sige. Total na, kwentuhan lang naman eh. Let's just say, Metro Manila is one state. Pagpalagay natin. O di ba sa federal form? Ewan ko ha, hindi ko kasi alam kung ano yung federal form na gusto nung ilan. Metro Manila alone. Let's just follow US federalism. O di mas lalong yayaman ng Metro Manila. Hindi naman nanalo ang 4B, 4A, Region 3, if they're going to be federal government. Bakit? Eh, nandito lahat ang economic driver eh. Kayo nga, lahat nandito eh. Tama? So we will continue to prosper as a state, as a federal state. And our neighboring state will continue. So I don't know, I'm not an specialist on this. It's just that I just want to learn. I just want to know what is it for me as a citizen.
Now, sa akin lamang, gusto ko yan, pagbabago. Okay yan. But I think everybody here should know ano nga naman ba ang take natin. So always ako sa pagbabago, always ako sa innovation. Ano ako dyan lagi, passive ako lang. Katulad yung tanong kanina, are you into it about no car garage? But yes, okay naman yan. Kaya lang baka may iba pang batas na pwedeng mag-address nun. It's okay to discuss, okay to innovate, but I don't know if you will agree with me. The most expensive commodity in this world, I don't know, most of you here are businessmen, but this is my point of view. The most expensive commodity, if you will call it commodity, in this world is time. If you lose time, you lose opportunity. So if you believe that time is very important, then baka pwede pa tayo makaisip ng ibang solusyon sa problema natin. In fact, ano yung isang problema natin? Dynasty? Tama ba? Di ba may anti-dynasty law? Tama ba? Na-resolve na ba? My point is, siguro mas magandang productive tayong lahat. Sige, lahat tayo tayo sa federalism, but we have to be knowledgeable. What is my take as a citizen? Kasi alam mo, pag pinapakinggan ko si President Duterte, talagang gusto niya eh. Meron siyang konsepto eh. The problem is, yung hindi na ipaliliwanag ng mga tao, siyempre presidente na si Pangulo. He would order you, let's go on federalism. Okay na tayo dyan. So dapat yung mga inutusan or gumagawa, dapat ipinaliliwanag. Naawa ko kay presidente. Bakit ako hindi niya awa? He's been talking about it for 3 years and nothing's moving in Congress. And he's only what? Left with 2 years and 11 months? Tama ba? Kawawa naman. So, doon ba parang siyempre, kung ako si President Duterte, nakaka-frustrate. Nakaka-frustrate. Diba? But be that as it may, for the meantime, do we still have time to discuss it? Do we still have time to approve it? Do we still have time to subject it for plebiscite? Or, ayun pa isa, good. Do we have money to implement it? So, sa akin, anyway, it's not my issue. Manila boy lang ako. Ano yung pangatlong question? Will I run?
Will you run for a higher position?
No. Dito ako sa usapan.
Sinabi ni Mayor.
Alam mo bakit? Alam mo bakit? I owe it to you.
Sa akin, boss?
Yung Manilans eh.
Alin, boss?
At taga-Manila ka eh.
Opo, boss.
I owe it to you. Why? I owe it to every Manilans to give you the opportunity. Sino ba mag-aakala? Kaya nyo palang pumoto ng basurero lang. So when I was given that opportunity, now, I'm going to put my very best. At the very least. No? My best foot forward. To address our problems. One day at a time, one problem at a time. This is going to be an American football challenge. Yard by yard. We're gonna address the problem of the city of Manila until we reach that particular line on the other side of the court so we can make a goal. Kaya yan ang mangyayari sa kanila. And it will take time. Believe, sabi nga sa Kali, believe you me. Sabi sa Kali, maniwala kayo, mahabang laban ito. And I cannot do it alone. Kaya buong kababaang loob, ako'y nakikisuyo sa inyo, tulungan niyo po kami. Participate, cooperate in your own way, in your houses, in your offices, in your own little way. Kailangan ko ang bawat isa. Because yes, we will not stop. We will continue. We will pursue. But, you know, if everybody's there, it will be better. Because my dream, my aspiration for the city of Manila and its people, I would like to create an orchestra composed of different musical instruments, playing one song, one music, in harmony, being conducted by one person to create a beautiful song that we can offer for the next generation. Kaya, bago ko isipin yan, nag-uumpisa pa lang ako, huwag niyo naman ako itulak, baka madapa ako. Nadapa na nga ako dati. Huwag niyo nang ulitin. That's why I need your help. I am your mayor, begging you, please help us. We need your help. We need everybody's cooperation. I hope you don't mind me begging you. Pero, frank lang yan. Sa importante, alam niyo nga, sinabi ko na, please narinig nyo na, kailangan namin ng tulong. Mano pa kayo mga may kakayanan tumulong. Hindi naman kayo masusugatan ng konti. Kaya yung tumulong. Hindi lang, patak-patak. Tatakbo din yan. Nagkatalo nga sa inyo naman, di ba? Nagkapatak lang eh. Ano ba naman ulit? Kasi na kayo lahat. Diba? The same thing. So, kaya, no, please. Please. Tama na yan. Saka pagod pa ako sa kampanya. Nakakatapos sa election na naman. I'm not running for higher position. I will stay in Manila.
Meron nga dyan, Mayor, hindi ko mapautang.
Saka uutang pa ako kayo eh. Ang hit, ang hit.
Okay, on that note, I guess, you know, the Mayor is very busy, but...
Sige, last question.
Oh, last thought.
Sige.
Oh,
Okay lang.
go ahead, the Mayor's,
Last question.
Last question.
Okay. May yan ba yan, ha?
Hirap, no?
Follow up, ha?
Hello. So tanong ko lang po, Mayor, how can JCI Manila collaborate with the city of Manila to better our city in any way, shape, or form?
I directed the DepEd, the Division City School, to harness renewable energy, to inculcate to the minds of our students in public education system the value of renewable energy. So we are now into that direction next year. These things are planned, these things are being prepared. So even rainwater being
reuse. So you might be interested in this endeavor of the city. And you have voice down there. And we are going, may awan Diyos, we are going to make and go towards a direction as per DNR for the city of Manila to be ecologically balanced. That's the word, huh? For the city of Manila to be healthy. Tama ba? Yun yung word. Yun ang ginamit ng DNR. We need to create or make or plant 1,600 hectares of green space.
Manila Solar.
Saan mo kukunin yan? But, during the discussion, and I said, and I asked, is that horizontal alone? Sabi sa akin nung director, what do you mean, sir? How can I build vertical green space? Oh, that will include that. Oh, then it's done. We're going to create vertical green space in the city of Manila to achieve our goal as ecologically viable, ecologically healthy city of Manila. So, there, you can participate in that endeavor. JCI can participate in that. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Please send your other questions na lang to the DOD and we will find a way to get it to the Honorable Mayor.
Guard, mamaya pag nagpa-picture, edneb lang, ha? Joke lang, joke.
Para sa akin, forever, boss, pero sa akin,
talagang Bombay ito, no? May kita na agad, eh.
Anyway, the DOD together with with Chairman Jason Oliva. Before we show SMDP project, we'd like to call on President LA Sevilla to award a special token to our Honorable Mayor. Medyo mamig-kamig na sa taas. Together with DOD of 2019.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Alright. 1. Thank you.
Alam mo, mas naman ako pinibigyan ng jacket, sinusuot ko.
Yeah.
Kaya sabi ko sa akin, ano raw, sip-sip daw sa bigin. Thank you. Mahina kasi ako sa lamig.
PCA jacket ka din.
Para sinukat ah. Also, Mayor, like to give a hint, ang slogan namin is serious everybody counts. Katulad nga nung sinabi doon, we cannot solve the problems in Manila alone. So we need everybody. That's the slogan of 2019. And we're glad that you mentioned that. So here's the hint.
We'd like to call on the 2019 Board of Directors to have their photo taken with the Honorable Mayor ISKO Moreno of Manila. Thank you.
Thank you. Muna kayo umalis sa laki ng tulong yun para sa isang Manila. Check.
We'd like to also request the past presidents of JCI Manila to come up on stage and have their chance to take a picture with us, Undersecretary Tuts o present, future President ng Pilipinas. Pero, sabi ni Mayor, wag muna. Past presidents of JCI Manila, please. Together with Papa Ses. Auntie Steve. Auntie Lonnie. Preston. SG. Rich. Presidents. Okay, area board, please prepare for your photo op with the mayor. Dito na kayo kasi medyo busy po si Yorme, kaya area board, please stay already here on the side for your opportunity to have a picture with the mayor. Area board, please. Area board. Plus Metro Area Presidents. Area board plus Metro Area Presidents. Please come up on stage to have your chance to take a picture with the Mayor of Manila, Mayor ISKO Moreno. After this committee, 11th GMM, ISKO ng Manila Committee, please prepare for your photo op with Mayor ISKO Moreno. Okay, committee, please prepare. Thank you very much, Metro Area and Area Director. Committee, please come on stage for your photo opportunity. 11th GMM Committee, please come up on stage for your photo opportunity with Mayor ISKO Moreno. Yung gusto mo pa-picture kay Jim. Pwede rin.
Calling the committee to please come on stage for your photo op.
Committee, here's your chance to have a photo with Jill and Mayor ISKO Moreno of Manila. Okay, general membership, JCI Manila, general members, please come on stage for your photo with Mayor ISKO Moreno. General membership of JCI Manila.
Can you take a picture with everyone?
JCI Manila members.
One last picture with everyone.
JCI members, please at the back. JCI senators, please in front. JCI Manila members, please come up already for your chance to have a photo with the mayor who is very busy and has a city to run. So, the senators, please, are supposed to read for.
Official photo, official. Group photo, boys.
Picture na lang, at the mayor.
Together, 1, 2, 3. Isa pa. One God first. Manila kayo, ha? Manila. God first. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you very much, senators, members. We'd like to request for Mayor. Mayor is about to have a seat first because we will present a short 2-minute video